Hello, my name is Raimundo Vázquez and I'm going to talk about my professional practice done at Renner Coatings Chile. The main objective of this presentation is to expose the activities carried out during the practice for the University of Los Andes and also to explain the most challenging activity carried out during the work. So, some company context: they are leaders in the anti-corrosive coatings for high industrial performance. They have been operating in the national territory for more than 20 years, and in 2018 they built the most modern paint factory here in Chile. Here you can see the organization chart of the company. The work was carried out in the industrial area. Here you can see where I answered directly to the industrial manager, Dianio de Souza, and also to the logistic chief, Mauricio Molina. The general activities can be divided mainly in two groups: the assessment of operational flows. That for doing these activities, first I research and study the theoretical flows of the company. Then I have to observe and analyze the flows on a day-to-day basis. For this, I have to communicate and interact with the different areas involved in each stage in order to construct some new flows that adhere to the process in the real practice. Also, I create some improvement proposals for critical stages of the flows. On the other hand, the activities carried out in the warehouse area are the most challenging activities, and I'm going to explain it more deeply in the next diapositives. This is an example of one of the flowcharts created for the company. This is the delivery operation flowchart. So, in the most challenging activity, it had a problem and an opportunity, of course. The problem was that the decision of the organization and storage of the products in the warehouse was based just on the expertise and perception of the person in charge. So the opportunity was to generate some scientific foundations that support and help the person in charge in order to take the decision. This is a virtual model of the warehouse. It has 4 hallways and the prime positions are located at the A hallway. So in order to help the logistic chief, I delivered 2 tools. First, a web application that consists on a program built on host on a server that takes the monthly report of invoices or the billing report, and it generates a count of the number of pickings per product. Also, an Excel template that takes the information provided by the web application and it generates a report of the products picked and its location in the warehouse. So here you have the Python code and also the billing report. The Python code works running row by row the rows of the billing report using a distinct count. So it counts the number of movements for each code, for each product code, and it generates a downloadable file on Excel where you have the total amount of movements for each product. This file fits the Excel template that hosts the macro, and the macro takes the total amount of movements in the period. It divides it on the amount of days for that period and calculates the daily movements of each product. So according to the daily movements of each product, the macro automatically assigns a label or a category for the prime products. Here you can see prime 1, 2, 3 or 4 according to the amount of movement of each product. Also, the report assigns automatically also a position in the prime hallway according to the position of the daily movements. Some of the problems that we have during the practice was the server crashing because of the libraries we used on the digital environment. Also because of the file extension, because of the XLSX or XLS of the Excel file, and some users error that we solved leaving or delivering an instructions manual for the employees. Also, I planned some future research lines. Like the server is already working, you can add some new features for the company. And in the Excel template, I proposed an optimization of the picking route of each product. Thank you very much.